Road of Sholem members and anyone else who may be watching. I'd like to take this time to wish you and yours a happy Passover. I know this holiday will be different than any that we have experienced in our lifetimes, but hopefully we will be able to make the best of it and find some joy and meaning through the holiday and through our experience together. I emphasize that word together because this will be a holiday that many of us will be celebrating in the solitude of our own homes, in our confinement, perhaps with a spouse or a partner or a few members of our family, or perhaps we will be alone during the holiday. Some of us will be participating in Zoom or FaceTime or Skype video conferencing, and we will be able to share togetherness through the miracles and wonders of technology. And that is something to be grateful for. But still, there's nothing that can compare to that physical togetherness of sharing the Passover Seder and meal together as a family or with friends around the Seder table. This is a time for sharing love and concern and compassion and goodwill. We take as a prime example of this the Exodus story when the Israelites left Egypt, having found favor with the Egyptians, having been given by the Egyptians gold and silver and clothing and all sorts of material goods that would be more than sufficient to meet their needs throughout their wanderings in the desert. The Israelites left Egypt not with a feeling of hatred and anger and bitter resentment, but with a feeling of well-being. The Egyptians and the Israelites would never find eternal enmity one with the other throughout our biblical history. The Egyptians were not like the Amalekites in the eyes of the Israelites. The people of Amalek would always be the eternal enemies of the Jewish people, but not the Egyptians. Instead, a sense of goodwill, even a sense of friendship, coming down all the way to the famous Camp David Accords in the late 70s, when Israel struck a deal of peace with the state of Egypt, with the country of Egypt. And even though today Israel and the country of Egypt share a kind of a cold peace one with the other, at least they are not at war with one another. But we strive for something even greater, even more. We strive for a feeling and an expression of love that can unite each and every one of us as God's creatures. The Torah teaches us in the book of Leviticus, V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, love your neighbor as yourself. Not only your Jewish neighbor, or not only the neighbor who is a member of your own people, but any neighbor, because all of us are human beings created in the image of God. No one is more special than the other. Each of us is unique and special in God's eyes. No people, no nation, and no ethnic, religious, or cultural group is superior or better than any other. We are all equal in God's eyes. So this is a time for feeling mutual love and friendship, respect, and caring for one another. Last week, the world lost a great singer-songwriter, Bill Withers. And Bill Withers wrote and sang a song that is being quoted often during these dark days of COVID-19. It's a song whose meaning resonates to all ages, to all generations, in times of joy as well as in times of sorrow. The song, of course, is Lean on Me, and I'd like to quote an excerpt from that song for you now in the spirit of our Passover celebration. Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm going to need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm going to need somebody to lean on. My friends, we all need to lean on one another, especially during this time. Let this Passover holiday be a season of joy, a time when we can remind ourselves that we lean on one another for strength, for support, as a reminder that we cannot do this alone. We need each other, and we need to express and share a deep and abiding sense of love and respect for one another. Those are the sentiments and the attitudes that will see us through. Chag Sameach, happy Passover to you and yours.